I'm Peter Rivera.
Me too.
I'm Ben Vereen.
And I love
Buddy.com. And you should too.
Hi everyone, we are here today with the amazing Liz Callaway. Thank you for joining us, Liz. How are you today?
I'm good, despite the early hour.
I hear you. So you're doing a show called Hymn to Her.
A hymn to her, yes, indeed. It is my tribute to women who have inspired me and who are currently inspiring me in my career, in my life, and I'm very excited about it. I am in the process of putting it together, so it's I can tell you some things about it, and other things I have no idea yet.
But we also like surprises, so no spoilers. But I would love to hear a little bit about who was, when you were a little girl and you started to fall in love with performance and music and art, who was the women that you admired the most and you wanted to emulate?
Well, and these are some of the women I'm going to be singing and talking about. Pamela Myers from Company, Edie Gourmet, Marilyn McCoo from The Fifth Dimension, Barbara Streisand, Carole King. There's a huge list. I was a closet singer growing up, but when I'd kind of be in my bedroom with my albums and I'd sing along, and that is kind of when I fell in love with music. At the time, I don't think I realized this was what I was going to do for a living, because I was so shy and the idea of singing in front of people was so scary, which is why it's kind of fun after all these years to go, oh, wait a minute, it's time that I, revisited, these great women and then find a way to do a show and, share my stories and sing some great songs.
Am I wrong in imagining that there were maybe days at your house where you were in your room singing and Anne was in her room singing? So it must have been like a concert hall in there, but beautiful.
It's true. And also, with the exception of Carole King and Tapestry, Anne and I, she was in her room singing, Joni Mitchell songs, and I was singing show tunes in my room, and our room. She had at one point a room in the attic part of the house, and I was the floor below. Then we moved to another house, and I was in the basement. So we had enough distance so that we never heard each other singing.
And I bet your parents never told you to shut up, because it must have sounded beautiful.
No, they did not mind at all. But Anne tells the story of she was out with our parents, and they came home early, and they heard me singing because no one knew I could sing. I just kind of sang when no one was around in my room. So, which is how I liked it. I was singing in the shower, singing in my room, and then they I think they were coming home maybe from church or something, and I was a rebel and I didn't go, and they heard me singing something, and they were like, "Oh wow!" But they never, my parents never pressured me at all to sing, and which was great. They were encouraging me, whatever I wanted to do, I would do a great job at. So I think if they had, I might have pushed back a bit.
Did it ever affect, did you ever have any stage fright since you were a closet singer?
Oh my God, are you kidding? I mean, I literally couldn't sing in front of people. And I remember once I started doing shows in high school, really, I didn't do anything until high school. And we did at my high school, New Trier East High School in Winnetka, Illinois. Every year, a student-written, produced, directed show called Lanyap. And Anne, one year, I think she was a senior in high school, was writing the music for this show. And I told her, if you are at my audition, I'm not auditioning. I won't do it. So she hid on the floor of the theater so that she could hear me without me seeing her, which was very sweet. When I auditioned for college, after my audition, I threw up. So, now I don't plan on throwing up before my first show at Feinstein's 54 Below, but I will be nervous until I get out. When I get on stage, then I love it. The moments before, I ask myself, why aren't I a travel agent? Why do I do this? Why do I put myself through this? And then I'm out there and I love it.
What would you compare it to? Because I have terrible stage fright, but I can't sing or act, so I'm never going to be on stage.
Oh, you never know. And you never know. What do you mean? What would I compare it to? Like,
Like something that the rest of us might have experienced. Like, say like a roller coaster, say like having like chocolate cake.
oh yeah, like a roller coaster is actually a really great analogy where you're just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, the free fall, and then it's exhilarating. Yeah, and sometimes I look back and I go, it's kind of amazing that this is what I do when I think about who I was. But even just as a child, listening to other singers, other women, it stayed with me. Even if I didn't think I wanted to. I remember when I was 8 years old telling myself, if everything else fails in my life, I can fall back on a singing career. Just like, so sensible. But I knew as a child I had a voice, but I just didn't want to do it. I think that's because Anne did that and my mom did that. So I was like, oh no, that's not what I do, and I'm too shy. So it's fun after, all this time to, revisit these women, and it's just a matter of, and it's not just singers that I'm paying tribute to. I'm paying tribute to some writers, Julia Child. Billie Jean King is a hero of mine. I don't quite know how I'm going to express that musically yet, but I have a month to figure that out.
Maybe there's a great song about tennis out there, right?
I don't think so. There's a few, but she's such a champion, but she's also such a pioneer for women's rights and equality, and I think she's just, I'm a tennis player, so of course I love everything having to do with tennis, but it's more just the kind of person she is, and that's a lot of the women that are my heroes or sheroes, if you will, are people who are making a difference in the world, in addition to having great, talent.
So I bet that, with the ones that are singers and you're doing their songs, it might have been hard, or it will be hard, to pick the one song that you get to do by them. So how's that process?
Well, Alex Ryback, my longtime musical director, and I have been just singing a lot of songs. And I record everything we do. And I try to do some pure covers, but also, reimagine some songs. There's a Sarah Bareilles song I'm doing. Sarah is like someone I admire the hell out of right now, and I think she's tremendous. I was like, okay, how can I put my stamp on this? Because I can't, I don't want to try to, I don't want to like take a song that someone else made famous, but whatever I do, it's going to be sort of my version of their songs. But it's just a matter of trying everything, listening, and then narrowing it down. Right now, my show's 3 hours, and that can't happen, so I have a lot of decisions to make.
It's like on that Judy Garland album where she says, I'll stay all night and sing them all.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I was saying to Alex that someday I really want to do a show where we have like 3 or 4 hours, and we do all the crazy ideas we've talked about. I have people yell things from the audience, do this, do that, and then just do like, a 1 hour medley and whatever, and we're going to do it. I just think that'll be a fun, there's just so much music to sing, and why not just do something fun for charity or something and do a crazy long show like that.
I really hope it happens. And for now, thank you for joining us, and break a leg up there. And would you like to invite our viewers to come see your show?
Yes, I will be at Feinstein's 54 Below May 22nd through May 27th. How's that? And my show is A Hymn to Her, and I hope to see you there. Yeah.